It's happened many times over the years that I've shared with people the idea that all people are fundamentally good, that they're all inherently good. And I've noticed I get a fear reaction a lot of times when people hear that. And it's almost like they're hearing me say, Ellis wants to open the prisons and release all the murderers and serial killers because they're good. And that reaction was always confusing to me because I didn't feel like I was saying that, and I didn't know how that was even being implied by my words. And after thinking about it a while, I came to the realization that we don't really trust love, do we? We don't trust love to protect us. And if I'm advising us to love all people, including serial killers, a lot of people take that to mean that we have to expose our belly to a stranger holding a knife. And that's not at all what that means. Why do we think that way? Why do we think love is missing strength? And that strength is missing love. Why do we think strength and love, or another word for it is love and boundaries, why do we think those two things are mutually exclusive? And I think the answer is that we have very few role models for someone who has integrated both of those things. Who are our role models? We've got Jesus Christ, the embodiment of love. And look what happened to him. He was nailed to a cross and tortured to death. So that's a tough pill to swallow. We're supposed to be like Jesus, but none of us really wants to get nailed to a cross. None of us wants to become utterly helpless on a planet where all animals consume other living organisms. Things eat each other. Things kill each other on Earth. And so there's a disconnect between being safe and protecting the integrity of our body and our loved ones' bodies, and this spiritual principle that we're all one and that we should love each other. There's a real apparent disconnect. I don't think there's a genuine disconnect, but I think there is a superficial disconnect. And that's because we haven't been taught. We don't have role models showing us the integration of love and strength. I mean, we've got a few. We just don't have very many. One of the few role models for that we have comes from the original Star Wars movies, the first three, made back in the 70s and 80s. That's when we had Obi-Wan Kenobi, the guru, the mentor, the saint. Obi-Wan's advice to Luke was to be strong, but to not give in to his hate and anger. And it was the evil emperor who kept trying to tempt Luke into giving in to his hate and anger and to strike down Darth Vader and to kill him. And so powerfully, so crucially, in fact, the hair is going up on my arms right now. Luke refused to do that. Luke refused to give in to fear and anger. In the crucial moment of battle, he chose love and he defeated the evil emperor. Love and strength are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they need each other. They're meant to be together. We just haven't been shown that very much. We're shown one or the other. We're shown the helpless damsel in distress. She can be really affectionate and loving, but when she's being attacked, she's just helpless. Or we're shown the big, strong warrior guy who is really strong and can beat everyone up, but in his quieter moments, he doesn't know how to open up and be loving. He's kind of a big brick wall. That's what we're shown over and over and over. We have to pick one. That's the apparent choice there. But I don't think that's true. I think we get to do both. I think we're supposed to do both. We're meant to do both. If we're naturally super affectionate and loving, we need to learn boundaries. We need to bring in some warrior energy. And if we're naturally heavily boundaried, if we're naturally a hardened warrior, we need to learn to bring in some gentleness and some love and affection. The ultimate goal is to be a balanced person, not one or the other, missing half of the important archetype that we need to navigate this world. Do I think everyone should be let out of prisons because that's what the loving thing would be? Heck no. Who's to say, guys, that prisons aren't a form of love? I would think they are a form of love. They're not a boundaryless form of love. They are a heavily boundaried form of love. In a lot of societies, historically, most societies, and even today, a lot of societies, if you're a murderer, they're going to kill you. They're going to beat you to death with sticks and rocks throughout most of the planet's history. That's what happens to you if you're a murderer. In our society, if you're a murderer, there's a very good chance you're going to be given room and board for the rest of your life. You're going to be taken out of circulation so you can't keep killing people. Or you're in there for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, but if they think that you've stopped wanting to kill people, that you've learned a lesson that it's not okay to kill people, then they'll let you back out again. That's love, guys. That's love. Prisons are a form of love. Cops are a form of love. Strength is a form of love. Love is so strong. It's stronger than a diamond. It's unbreakable. And yet it's so gentle and intimate at the very same time. If we don't trust love, it's because we're mistakenly thinking that love has to renounce strength. Not true at all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. And if you want to keep exploring with me, here's a related video.